Hello everybody, and welcome back! Last time we finally reached the continent of Gondowan, we explored the town of Naribue, and we got a few Jin along the way. This time we're going to go through the Kibombo mountains and hopefully finally reach the town of Kibombo. Also, I mentioned last time that I was going to do a little bit of grinding off screen, which I did. Everybody is now at level 17, and I also messed around a little bit with their amount of EXP. So usually the Felix will always be the first one to level up, then followed by Jenna, and then a bit later Sheba. Now Felix will still level up first, then followed by Sheba almost instantly, and then Jenna. So yeah, the three of them should level up near the amount around the same time. And I wanted them to be around 17, and hopefully they should be level 18 by the time we leave the Kibombo mountains. But with that, let's go ahead and begin the climb. So, the Kibombo mountains are quite unique, you'll see why in a second. Is the way clear? This area is clear. The strange one has not been seen. And there? We have not seen the stranger near the village. Do you believe he was truly headed toward Kibombo? The guards here were only recently knocked unconscious. Correct. We were under orders to maintain a strict watch over the mountain pass. No one must be permitted into Kibombo until Akafubu has completed his ceremony. Then we had better hurry to find the one who attacked our guards. Keep a good watch. Do not permit anyone to pass. If anyone interrupts Akafubu's ceremony, he will hold you responsible. Alright, so it would seem that a strange man has crossed the Kibombo mountains before us, most likely Pierce. And what I was saying about the Kibombo mountains, similar to the Lumpa fortress in the first game, they are a stealth section. Not a particularly difficult one, but a stealth section nonetheless. And right here, I do find it kind of funny that you can see that if we had the synergy that would allow us to freeze the puddles, we will have a much quicker route. But we do not, so we have to take the long way around. So, right here, well, before that, we have a new enemy. This is an assassin. He is level 18, he has 129 HP, no synergy, 150 attack, 35 defense, 84 agility and 13 luck. He has a Venus elemental resistance of 127, a Mars resistance of 100, a Jupiter resistance of 72 and a Mercury resistance of 100. And he has a Venus elemental power of 100. He normally yields 97 experience points, which then become 126 if we finish him off with a Jupiter Gene. He drops 131 coins, which then become 170, and there is a 1 in 16 chances that then become a 1 in 4 that he will drop an antidote. Now, as for his commands, he has the basic attack and the Poison Sting monster skill, which is a Venus base attack with a 1.2 multiplier that may inflict the poison status. And he is accompanied by a wild gorilla. Also, in regards to the leveling up, nobody learned any new synergies, so I don't have to go over that, luckily. They should be learning a few new ones soon enough though. And look at that, we got the antidote. Alright. There we have the first patrol, let's say. And check this out. Even though he's clearly looking at our way, he will not react by seeing the crate move on its own. So not particularly tough AI, or this is a peaceful stealth section. As further proof, right here, that guy will not see us. Which is good, because I want to check what's in the chest. We got the disc axe, and we gave it to Jenna. So, it is an axe, so of course she can't wield it. I'm going to give it to Felix. Hold on, let's trade right here. And of course, as you may have guessed, it is an artifact weapon. So let's quickly go over it, shall we? The disc axe has an attack boost of 76, its unleash is called Power Drive, and it deals an extra 24 Mars damage. Alright, so we have no use for now for the Stormbrand, or so it seems. It will see some use soon enough. Oh, I thought I was safe. Well, I can show you what happens when you get caught. Guards! An intruder! Someone is trying to pass! To arms, Kibombo warriors! To arms! Here! The intruder is here! Kibombo does not permit visitors. You just follow this road right back to where you came from. Guard! Get him out of here! Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Let's quickly get back to where we were. I like that I was criticizing how this is a pretty poor stealth section and then I get caught. I guess I kinda deserve that. Alright. Well, I do get a chance to show off a new enemy. Right here, we have a Pixie. She is level 18, she has 75 HP, 30 synergy, 135 attack, 31 defense, 112 agility, and 27 luck. She has a Venus elemental resistance of 175, a Mars resistance of 72, a Jupiter resistance of 25, and a Mercury resistance of 100. And she has a Jupiter elemental power of 110. She normally uses 96 experience points, which then become 124. If we finish her off with a Jupiter Gene, she drops 127 coins, which then become 165. And there is a 1 in 8 chances that then become a 1 in 2, therefore a 50% chance that she will drop a nut. Now, as for her commands, she has the basic attack, the Wind Slash synergy, the Sleep synergy, and the Bind synergy. So she's one of a few enemies in the area that actually have synergy. And Felix finally leveled up, and we got a Bramble Seed. Okay. Alright, let's not get caught this time. Here we go. Alright, right here. We have to get rid of the guard somehow. And luckily, we have this crate. We just have to wait for the perfect opportunity. There we go. And luckily, he will not yell or try to alert the other guards. We got some power bread. And right here, we can try to, and it's a bit tricky, to try and get the small dog trapped right there. However, if you do that, you cannot get the chest right there. So I'm going to avoid that because there is one other way to get around the dog. And it involves, weirdly enough, the Tremor synergy. There we go. Now, the dog is completely harmless and will completely ignore us. And here we have a Thirststone, but we cannot carry anymore. But I really want that item, so let's see what we can get rid of. Let's get rid of the elixirs. Alright, here we go again. We got a Thirststone. This is a very useful and interesting item, which we cannot do anything with yet, but we will later in the future, so I'll leave it at that. Anyway, the dog is now distracted, so let's continue on. I was hoping for a new enemy, but I guess the assassin will be fine. And Jenna leveled up, and she learned the Flare Storm. This is also the very same synergy, or the very same synergy animation that the oil drops supposedly replicate. And Sheva leveled up and learned Tornado. Alright, we are almost done. And there we have an return. Well, it's not a new enemy, it's a returning enemy from the first game. We have a Dirge. He is level 18. He has 91 HP, no synergy, 122 attack, 32 defense, 60 agility, and 2 luck. He has a Venus elemental resistance of 127, a Mars resistance of 48, a Jupiter resistance of 7, and a Mercury resistance of 72. And he also has a Jupiter elemental power of 110. He normally uses 47 experience points, which then becomes 61 if we finish him off with a Jupiter Gin. He drops 61 coins, which then becomes 79 if we finish. And there is a 1 in 16 chances that then become a 1 in 4 that he will drop a Nut. As for his commands, he has the basic attack and the flying attack monster skill, which is a Jupiter based attack with an additional 8 points of damage, and occasionally it may deal double damage. Alright. Let's go ahead and try out the Tornado synergy, and maybe the Flare Storm. I don't know if they'll survive long enough. Yeah, they did. But anyways, there we go. So yeah, at this point we cannot get caught by the guards anymore. And there's a Jupiter Gin up there, but we can't get it yet, so we'll leave it for later. But yeah, we are now pretty much done with the Kibombo Mountains. But before that we have one other returning enemy from the first game. Here we have a Spirit. He is level 18, he has 116 experience HP, 11 synergy, 114 attack, 30 defense, 48 agility, and 6 luck. He has a Venus elemental resistance of 48, a Mars resistance of 72, a Jupiter resistance of 7, and a Mercury resistance of 100. And he has a Mercury elemental power of 95. He normally yields 49 experience points, which then becomes 63 if we finish him off with a Jupiter Gin. He drops 67 coins, which then become 87, and there is a 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that he will drop a Crystal Powder, which is an item that can be used in combat to deal Mercury based damage. As for his commands, he has the basic attack, the Douse synergy, and the Ice synergy. But other than that, he's nothing particularly threatening. Alright, and with that we covered all the, let's call them new enemies. Well, some of them are new in Kibombo Mountains, so we can continue. We are now in, let's call it, northern Gondor. And right there, as you may have noticed, that it's getting darker and darker as we approach. And we have what looks like a giant statue right behind the town of Kibombo. Akafubo's ceremony is set to begin soon. I wonder if he'll succeed this time. Akafubo blames his failures on the jewel he originally used. He claims it was no good. That's why he led a team of soldiers to find a new one. Akafubo was a good man when he was training with Oeya. After Oeya died, Akafubo was simply no longer the same. So we're given a little bit more information regarding this Akafubo fellow, and apparently he stole the black jewel for a ceremony. Unfortunately, there's a huge crowd around the statue, so we cannot get close to the ceremony and retrieve the jewel, so we'll have to find our way around. Alright, so from here, if we needed to, we can have... Oh my! I heard of ceremonies like this. Foreign deities are so frightening. Yeah, he will provide us with his services if we were to require them, which luckily we do not. Right there. Let's jump over the huts, and here we are. At last, the sacred night has come. Tonight, Akafubo becomes the Kibombo's new witch doctor. All of you, pray in the depths of your hearts for my success. It looks like the initiation ceremony is beginning. I'm not sure what will happen, but we'd better hurry, Felix. Alright, and there we have Pierce. Who are you? What are your intentions? It looks like Pierce has already forgotten us, huh? Well, yes. He only saw us once. I know! We met Pierce when he was in jail, and it's not like he had lots of visitors either. I guess that's a fair point. Wait a second. I know you. You're the travelers who came seeking me when I was in jail. So, you do remember. What are you doing in this place? Actually, that's what we wanted to ask you. We were worried about you, Fierce, so we followed you here. And that's what brings you to this dangerous place? What's that supposed to mean? We came here to help you, Pierce. Why are you being like that about it? Tell me something. Exactly when did I ask you for your help? Silence! I shall now present our jewel to the great Kibombo. Oh, he's using the lift synergy. I wonder if he learned it himself. Oh, great Kibombo, please accept this, our humble gift. Please, great Kibombo, accept this jewel. Look, the great Kibombo has noticed the light of the jewel. Why, great Kibombo? Your prayers were weak. Open your hearts to the great Kibombo. Sing your praises and dance for the great Kibombo until your prayers reach his ears. Akafubu is no witch doctor. He's an adept. I may have to confront him to get my ore back. I may have to fight. I will do whatever it takes, but I will have my black orb back again. It's no use. We cannot get to Akafubu from here. This won't work either. What are we going to do? We can't get over there. Pierce is in trouble. Shouldn't we try to help him? Maybe we could do something about that stump. We could reach the backside of Kibombo. We got to help Pierce, right, Felix? Yes. Then hop to it. So, we're about to help Pierce. I do like it that, similar to the first game, we have a Mercury Adept who is completely stuck at a simple puzzle. I guess since they don't have the move synergy, they can't do anything about it. Huh? That power, was that synergy? I knew it. I should have spotted it at once. You're adepts. Wait, so does that mean you're... Yes, my name is Pierce, and I too am an adept. To be honest, everyone in Lemuria is an adept, and not just me. What's Lemuria? Lemuria is an island that lies in the center of the Eastern Sea. Wait a second, you said Lemuria? I heard that name before. Of course! It was Lord Bobby! He often spoke to me of Lemuria. He said it was so advanced that we can scarcely begin to imagine what it must have been like. You are correct. My home was, and is, all that you say. Whoever told you this knows much of Lemuria. But wait, if it's so far away in the middle of the ocean, how come anyone knows so much about it? It is not easily reached, and we Lemurians seldom leave. I cannot imagine how anyone could have learned anything at all about us. Except... hold on a moment. Bobby. I've heard that name somewhere before. Well, yeah, everyone knows about Lord Bobby. He's the ruler of Tolby. I have never heard of Tolby, until recently. I had never left my home of Lemuria. Pierce, are you just playing games with us? Don't be foolish. What would I gain from lying to you? I'm being quite serious. Pierce is not playing games, Jenna. You can trust him. Thank you for believing me, Master Sage. Please, call me Graydon, Pierce of Lemuria. And I am the one who should be thanking you. You look puzzled, Felix. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about. I thought as much. If what Bobby told me is true, Lemuria is all that remains of a once great civilization. Your friend is correct. In fact, the reason I was sent to Vale was somewhat related to my inability to find Lemuria itself. I don't understand. What was in Vale that had anything to do with Lemuria? Bobby believed that, in Lemuria alone, the power of alchemy remains unbound. Lord Bobby had need of Lemuria's alchemy, but despite our effort, we could not find the lost city. Since we could not find Lemuria, Lord Bobby sent me to unlock the secrets of alchemy itself. Ah, yes! Bobby! If I recall correctly, a man named Bobby came to Lemuria long ago. He stole one of our ships and fled the isle. Yes, that must indeed be the same Lord Bobby who now leads the people of Tolby. Now, I'm even more confused. This is making my head hurt. I mean, if Bobby really stole the ship from your home, why would he be trying so hard to find it again? I cannot expect you to understand, my dear. Lord Bobby's reasons for finding Lemuria are complex. But if you already found Lemuria once, why doesn't he just go back the same way? This is pretty much the same cutscene you get in the first game when you first meet Bobby. Once you have left Lemuria, finding it again is quite difficult, even if you know where to look. Well, why? The waters around Lemuria are wrapped in a perpetual fog. It is very difficult to navigate. I remember Lord Bobby once saying something to that effect. Even if one locates Lemuria, getting through the fog itself remains quite a challenge. I don't get it. Why can't you just sail straight through it? The ocean currents around Lemuria are swift and treacherous. Only one who can sail a Lemurian ship can complete the journey. But Bobby stole a Lemurian ship from you, right? That means that he can sail it. You said yourself that he used it to flee the island. Unfortunately, Bobby was the only one of us who could use the ship. You see, Lemurian ships can only be helmed by adepts. Which is why I have to get my black orb back. I must be able to captain my ship. There may be something up ahead on this path. Then let's go. Wait a moment, Pierce. We want to help you get your orb back. You intend to help me, Graydon? I am on this quest for many reasons, one of them being that I wish to see Lemuria. If you would allow me, that is, I would like to visit Lemuria myself. If this is something you would do for Bobby, then I cannot permit it. What? Why not? Bobby is a thief. He is not well loved in Lemuria. It is partially on behalf of Bobby, but there's more to it than that. I want to go to Lemuria so that I can see the full power of alchemy. I want to aid Pierce so that he will take us to Lemuria. What do you say, Felix? Yes. You'll do it? Splendid! I appreciate your offer, but I understand, Pierce. You're not sure you'll be able to take us to Lemuria. Is that it? Can't we talk about this later? Yes, of course. For now, let's just get that orb back for Pierce. Pierce, join your party. Alright, we finally got our fourth party member. So, we have a lot to go through right now, so let's get to it quickly, shall we? So Pierce, of course, he's a Mercury adept. When it comes to the available equipment that he can, well, equip, he's pretty much the same as Felix. So he can wield long swords, light blade, axes and maces, everything except for staffs. Now, as for the classes that he has available, you can see them all on screen, and his starting class is the Mariner. Now, quickly, before we get through the Mariner, because Pierce himself carries a few genes with him. Let's quickly go over them, shall we? First off, we have Spring. His battle effect is that he restores a target's HP by 70%, and he provides a set stat bonus of plus 11 to base HP and plus 5 to your base synergy. Then we have Shade, whose battle effect is that he reduces damage taken by the party by 60% for the duration of that particular turn. This will always go first. As for the set stat bonus, it provides a plus 9 to your base HP, plus 3 to your base defense, and plus 2 to your base luck. Alright, now, since we got a few Mercury Gene before we got to Pierce, we can actually give a few to him and he can reach now a new rank. But before that, let's see the second rank of the Mariner class, the Privateer. Regardless of how many Gene you have on hand, he will always be in this particular rank. This rank provides a 130% in HP, standard synergy, slightly above standard attack, slightly above standard defense, standard agility, and a 120% luck, which is pretty good. Now, luckily, at this rank, Pierce has no synergy that is locked behind any other ranks, meaning that as soon as he reaches the Privateer, all he has to do to unlock more synergies is simply level up. However, since we gave him a few Gene of our own, he can now reach the third rank, the Commander. As you can see, we have a slight boost in a 20% boost in HP and a 10% boost in every other stat, except of course for luck. Now, before I continue, we also have... Sorry, what I was trying to say is that since we got technically our fourth Mercury Gene, we have access to yet a new summon, the final of the basic Mercury summons. Let's quickly go over it, shall we? Boreas, the god of the north wind. He requires 4 Mercury Gene. He has a base power of 240 Mercury. He has an HP multiplier of 12%, and after he is successfully summoned, he provides an elemental boost of around 90 water. Alright, now on to the dual elemental classes for that we unlocked a new rank. First off, let's go over Sheva and Pierce. So if Sheva were to hold 4 Mercury Gene and if Pierce were to hold 4 Jupiter Gene, they would both reach the Scholar rank in the Hermit class. So the rank itself has a 20% boost in HP and then a 10% boost in every other stat except for luck. But more important than that, after reaching the Scholar, they have unlocked every single possible synergy, meaning that every other synergy will simply be reached by a level. And also they have access to the Wish synergy, which is the best healing synergy or series of healing synergies in the whole series, in the whole Golden Sun series. It is a multi-target healing synergy, and the first one, which is unlocked at level 12, restores 80 HP to the whole party. Now, on to Felix. If Felix were to hold 4 Mercury Gene, he will unlock the Cavalier rank in the Venus Swordsman class. Other than the 20% boost in HP and 10% in every other stat but luck, he also gains access to the Wish synergy as well. And Jenna, similarly, the Cavalier for the Mars Swordsman class, is pretty much the same, and she also unlocks the Wish synergy. Also, notice that Pierce technically can reach those classes, but the requirements for him are quite steep. Felix would require 6 Mars genes for the Mars Swordsman class and 6 Venus genes, so he can't get there quite yet. But now that we're done with that, actually, I was talking about the Stormbrand. I think it's perfect that we give it to Pierce. And as you can see, Pierce is level 18, so this is the reason that I wanted everybody to be at pretty much the same level. Let's go ahead and grab that synergy zone. I believe we are all ready. All set to go. So our goal is to get inside the Great Kibombo. We can do it right from here. As you can see, there's a small X in the ground, but if we go up here we have a small cutscene. It's a dead end. But this was the only path. Isn't it a little strange that there would be a path that just goes nowhere like this? I see. So that's how it works. Listen up, Felix. Dig there. Alright. I see. What's this? Someone has put something in the ground here. And this statue. Well, take a look. Felix, try using scoop around there. I like how it's Felix doing it, even though technically it should be Jenna, since she's the one who has the scoop gem. Ah, I thought so. You thought what? These marks are here to indicate an entrance, there, in the center of the design. You mean we can go inside the statue? You could, at one point. The entrance was probably beneath that stone. I wonder, was this the only one? It seems that way. Man, if this was the only entrance, then I feel bad for the people who built this statue. Why is that? Well, if this is the only hole, then there's no way for air to get in or out. It must have been really hot when they were working in there. I hadn't even thought of that. We must inspect this area carefully, Felix. Jenna has raised an interesting point. If people did indeed build this, they would not have been able to do it without an air supply. They might have opened a vent somewhere nearby. And if so, then there may have been a ladder to enter the vent. We should try to find it. Creighton, there doesn't seem to be anything of the sort here. What were we just looking at? If there is a vent shaft, it will probably be quite old, maybe even buried. Exactly like those marks we just uncovered. And if that's the case, we should search more thoroughly. Okay, Felix. Oh well, okay, so yeah, basically, we just use a scoop right here. And here we are, at the Kibombo statue. Alright, I think that should be enough for now. We finally reached Kibombo, we got our fourth party member, and we got a bunch of new Mercury Gin. Next time we're going to explore the inside of the Kibombo statue and see if we can recover Pierce's black orb. See you guys